everybody, I'm Reese, and this is Purple Paradox. Welcome in returning and new viewers. Thank you so much for taking the time to click on my video. It is so appreciated. Today, follow me through the main valley as I do some cleanup. Look for moonstone chests, and who knows what else. So you just see me running through the first two biomes in the main valley, the plaza and the meadow. At this point, I'm finished with the current star path. I don't have any quests to do, so I don't need to hoard all these night thorns. So I'm just going to go through and clean up as much as I can and just pick up all of these resources. As I started running around picking things up, I realized I hadn't checked Scrooge's shop yet, so I definitely wanted to get that done. We are going to be checking all three Scrooge stores. I do have the Main Valley, Eternity Isle, and Storybook Vale, as I'm sure a lot of you can identify with. Unfortunately, I don't really get anything new in the Main Valley Scrooge store. It's kind of disappointing. We're going to go ahead and check the EI Scrooge store, see if there's anything new. I really think Scrooge is holding out on us, because at this point, I'm just not seeing anything. I know that some of this might be new for some of you, but I have all of this already. We're going to head over into Storybook Vale. Oh, got a pet Max. Good boy. I love Max. He's so cute. I like watching him walk around. All right, so we're gonna head in here. Oh, that's right. Gotta pet you. Oh, and we leveled him up to level 2. Awesome. Okay, now that we're in here, I've gotten that post already, even though that is a new item with the most recent update. This I have not had before. Stone tree fireplace, very pretty. I will be using that. Let me know in the comments below if you guys want to see an interior build for Aurora. And I also have this. This is new. Very cute. All right, while I'm here, I want to go ahead and make sure that I have as many Sleeping Beauty and Maleficent items as possible, because that's the new stuff. So I'm just going to scroll through Scrooge's because we don't have a search menu and we need one. DDV developers, if you hear me. As you can see, I'm having trouble finding the category that I need because, again, we don't have a search bar. All right, so as you can see, I pretty much have all of these things, and I've already gotten several of each item, but I'm going to go through and get several more because I like to have quite a bit. I am looking forward to getting the corner pillar, similar to the pillar that you see there right next to the banquet table, so I can add rooms into my house. My brain went blank, I apologize. I'm just waiting for what I need to do a build. I'm realizing I have everything else, so we're gonna go ahead and just make sure we're not missing anything. I think, okay, well, maybe the Y-shaped pillar, I could have sworn that I got it, but apparently not. Checked under rustic, it wasn't there. So now that I've been thoroughly disappointed by Scrooge, and only mildly impressed, we're gonna check Wally's garden. For those of you that have been following my streams, you know I am on a mission to make Wally's garden all pumpkins, and I am only one spot away. So I'm just running around trying to figure out what area I want to clean first. I realized at one point as I'm running around that I didn't actually clean up the plaza completely. I just kind of bypassed it because I was still unsure of what I wanted to do when I logged in. And again, for this gaming session, I really only had about an hour or an hour and a half of time. So this is what I usually do when I'm cleaning up around the valley. I'll go to each biome and I will put down a vacuum and I'll pick up everything, and then I'll pick up the vacuum when I don't have trouble pressing the appropriate keys. I'll leave the memories on the ground usually. I don't pick those up just in case I need them for the star path. And then I'll just move through each biome, putting that vacuum down. I also do, as you can see, all the mushrooms and the rocks and anything that the vacuum does not pick up. Yay for Moonstone Chest. So if you do your cleanup this way, you go through each biome with a vacuum and pick things up, you're going to get a very full inventory very quickly, even if you're pretty much empty. So make sure you have some kind of large chest available, whether it's a daisy wardrobe or a large marketplace chest, or just a large chest that you can craft with Dreamlight. Because when I have the time, I will do this through all three of the parts of the game, here, EI, and Storybook Vale. And it helps to put a large chest down and offload your items from your on-person inventory. And then you can pick up the large chest once you've filled it up, put it back in your inventory, and then you can go ahead and unload everything in wherever you have your storage. So you're going to see this process repeat. So I'll let you guys just kind of vibe to the music, and I will catch you in just a bit. Did you guys know that only about half of my viewers are actually subscribed to my channel? And that could be a choice that you've made, and that's fine. You're still welcome to lurk, hang out, come visit anytime. But if you have enjoyed today's content so far, and you've hung out in a stream, or you've watched it back, or any of my content, and you like the vibe we have, the friendly community that we're building, if you wouldn't mind dropping a like and a subscribe, I would really appreciate it. So as you can see here, we're going to be letting Max get a couple of these dig spots. For those of you that don't already have Max, he's a bundle available in the premium shop. I believe he's 4,500 moonstones. And in addition to him being a notable companion, which means you get a special reward once you level him up completely, he also digs holes for you, picks up sticks, and other things that you drop. And once you get him fully leveled up, and you have him picking up sticks, he also duplicates your sticks. So if you're low on wood and you need help with that, Max is your guy. You should check him out. So as I'm running through the valley doing some cleanup, you can see that I have several decorated areas. For those of you that may be watching this and think that decorating is overwhelming or you're not sure what to do, the best advice that I can give to you is to just start putting things down. If you don't have a set idea, that's okay. Most of the builds that I have a very basic idea, which are evident if you watch my streams. A good representation of that is this area. This is the Forgotten Lands, and I did this build over 2 streams, which I'll link in the description below. As you can see, just upon entering, this is a very heavily decorated area. We have lots of things going on, and I really wasn't sure how this was going to turn out. I had a basic idea, which was using the cocoa rugs that you see there on the left to look like lava. Props to whoever thought of this. And then also wanting to use the river build kit to make it look like we had water and lava meeting, because anybody that knows anything about lava and volcanoes, there's usually growth that comes once that volcano has erupted. I wanted the Forgotten Lands to be similar to that. I also wanted to use some of the villagers' houses. So you can see Hades there in the background and Jack and Sally's house as well. So when I started this build, I really didn't know what I wanted. I had a very, very basic idea. Of course, all of the people that were in the stream offered suggestions and ideas as well, which was very helpful. So I guess what I'm trying to say is if you want to start decorating your valley, just start putting stuff down. It gets easier the more you do it. So as you can see in this frozen area, which is the Frosted Heights, I did not collect the wrapping paper that was on the ground. That's because that's part of the decoration that I have in this area. So a good rule of thumb as you're decorating, if you want to use in-game objects for decoration, just try and remember that you've done that. I have accidentally picked it up before and had to go put it back, which isn't hard, but it can be time consuming if you don't really have time to do that. And even though this area is decorated fairly heavily, you can see that I've left myself plenty of room to run and move and check for moonstone chests and rocks and night thorns and all of the things that spawn in the valley. So as you're building, make sure you come out of edit mode frequently, just so that way you can make sure you can get around in all the areas. This area is a prime example of what I was just talking about. I built this area up several streams ago, and I'm already starting to realize that the way I have things laid out is a little cumbersome for moving around. So I probably will be changing this area up just a little bit. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see that build. So at this point, I'm almost finished with the valley cleanup. As you can see, I didn't do any mining, I didn't do any fishing. I really didn't have time for that. I had a very short window and I just wanted to check Scrooge's shop and just check a couple of things and try and get some resources. So as I had said in the beginning of the video, usually I will go through and do this for the main valley and both the DLCs. As you can see here, I went ahead and picked up the mushrooms that I believe are ending today, July 22nd, for the Summer Sizzle Fest. I pick up a few more things that are kind of laying around in this area, even though I've already cleaned out the meadow before. That way we can go ahead and do our ending. Again, gotta let Max get that dig spot. Check him out. He's a great bundle. He's worth the 4,500 moonstones. Just gonna look around and see what I have. And it looks like I got everything. I don't think there's anything missing. Checking to see if maybe something magical happened and I got my last pumpkin. You know, you open the fridge and see if there's a new snack, even though there wasn't one half an hour ago. Obviously, I didn't get my last pumpkin, but maybe I will. Haven't checked the game yet today. After all that hard work, I'm gonna sit down and just admire the view. And you can see that we're just gonna zoom ahead to a better sitting spot. So this is basically the way that I run through the valley and do some basic cleanup. Usually takes me about an hour, hour and a half. And if I do the main valley, EI, and Storybook Vale, it usually takes me about 2.5 hours, depending on how in-depth I get into my resource grinding. If you've enjoyed hanging out here, and you wouldn't mind liking and subscribing, it would be very appreciated. Thank you so much for watching the video up to this point, and I will see you guys on the next one. Remember, choose joy, and when you're here, you're royalty.